Chapter 9, Creating a Composition. I've been to this beach loads of times for swimming, but never for drawing. It's a very dramatic subject for an artist. I think you'll like it. So, what are you going to teach me about today? Well, I think it's time for you to learn how to create a good composition. A good composition? Here, let's have a look at that sketch pad. This is good work. Some of it is very good, but everything you draw is kind of floating there in the middle of the page. Like this old chair you drew the other day. Bam, dead center, white space, all sides. That's just fine if it's just a sketch, but if you want to follow in the footsteps of great artists, you need to start using the whole page. You mean I should have drawn the chair bigger? Not necessarily. Flip. Give me a pencil and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Let's say that this rectangle represents the whole piece of paper I'm able to use. And I want to do a drawing of the beach and the water. If I decide to just look straight out there and draw it from this point of view, I'm going to end up with a super simple picture. Just a bunch of rectangles. Exactly. It gets your eyes very little to explore. But if I turn in this direction, I have lots more stuff to work with in the picture. The drawing becomes an arrangement of various shapes. Like this. The sky shape is different from the beach shape. There are diagonal lines that pull your eye toward the horizon. It's not just something floating in the middle of a blank page. It's called a composition. Sometimes artists will hold their hands out like this in order to imagine the composition in advance. Okay, I've seen that, and they always wink one eye while they're doing it. That's right. It helps you get a nice little preview of what your picture will look like. I don't completely get the whole winking thing, but it does make them look cool, I gotta admit. So here's your job. I want you to look around here and find an interesting composition. Make a quick little sketch of it like I did, and we'll see what advice I can give. All right, so he's looking around, checking things out. Oh, he's running because I think he found something. He's gonna sit down and draw. All right, let's have a look. Hey, not bad at all. But here's something to think about. Drawing these two rocks side by side creates a sense of complete balance in your drawing. It's called symmetry. The left half of the picture is quite similar to the right half, if you drew it right down the middle. But if we come over here and look at the rocks from a different point of view, we can create a very different composition. See how I cropped the rock over here on the right? Sometimes it's more interesting to have things break off the edge of the page. Was my version wrong? Oh, no, David, not at all. Art isn't like math. In math, there are right and wrong answers. In art, things are never as clear as that. Some artists may feel that your composition was better than mine. All I'm saying is that everything you do as an artist should be a choice. If you draw the rocks side by side, it should be because it was a deliberate decision, not because it was the first thing that popped into your head or because it seemed the easiest way of doing it. So you might decide that this view isn't the best one either. Exactly. Now you're thinking like a real artist. Let's go up on the grass and see what kind of view we get from up there. Walk up the top. You know, this dirt road could be part of that picture. Really? Sure, come over here and use your viewfinder to see what kind of composition you could create. So he's gonna look through his little viewfinder with his fingers, and this is what he sees. What do you see? Yeah, I mean, the rocks are gonna be a lot smaller, yes, and later on, you can decide whether that's a problem or not. So go ahead and do a little sketch of the composition you're seeing from here. Nice. The dirt road really leads my eye into this picture. And now you've got elements extending past the edges of the three different sides of the image. This is miles away from your floating in the middle of the page stuff, but remember, you can always tweak things a little to see other possibilities. You might choose to pull back a little further so as to bring in some of that tall grass over there on the left. Is it an improvement? Only you can say for sure. It all comes down to your eyes and what looks good to them. Becky, will you get mad at me if I ask a question that totally has nothing to do with drawing? No, David, no, I won't. Can I go swimming? I wore a swimsuit under my pants. Go on, little man, you've earned it. Woohoo! She's waiting, watching him. I'm gonna miss this kid. All right, for your assignment, you're gonna go to your favorite location. I'm gonna say it needs to be outdoors. Scout the area for a good composition. Avoid placing a single big object in the very center of the page, and consider having some elements extend past the edges of your paper. Okay, so you're working on a good composition for this assignment. Good luck.